Hello everyone. So, as you saw in the last video, I'm trying to get Ellen's attention. Probably won't work, but a man can dream, I guess. I don't know what I'm supposed to give you guys today. I guess Suicide Squad? Does that kind of how we're doing this? Probably. 21. Gerard Davis used his foot to push down the lever of the subway station do that again. 21. Gerard Davis used his foot to push down the lever in the subway station toilet. No way he'd ever touch that diseased filth with his bare hands. Then he stepped out of the stall, all the while breathing only through his mouth. Gerard didn't enjoy taking the subway home. It was dirty and ugly, and he had placed a large bet that their facilities hadn't been cleaned since the Truman administration. As he rose to the ranks at work, he allowed himself to believe that one day he'd be given a company car, perhaps a driver to take him to work in the city's midtown, then drive him back to his western suburbs where he lived with his wife Adrian, a painter, and their two kids, Julie and Jean. Most recently he got the raise, but he did not get the car or the driver or enough money to pay for either of those perks himself. When he became a vice president, though, in a maximum of 5 more years, his subway days would finally be behind him. It couldn't happen soon enough. The soap dispenser didn't work, but then it never did. Still, he washed his hands in the dribbling cold water and shook them dry. He checked the mirror to see if he was acceptable, but where he only should have seen his reflection, there was a woman standing next to him, in the men's room. The woman bounced his head off the wall in her free hand, and in her free hand was a pottery jar of some sort. As Davis slumped to the ground, barely unconscious, Enchantress cracked the jar's ancient wax seal. Black, inky tendrils emerged, snaked through the bathroom and into Gerard Davis's nose. His pupils dilated, his expression changed confusion to confidence and malice, possessed. He was no longer businessman Gerard Davis, he was Incubus. Incubus peered at the woman by his side, and understanding dawned. He and Enchantress collapsed into each other's arms like the survivors of a shipwreck. "Brother," she said, her voice rich with emotion. "We are free." Incubus took in a deep breath. He ignored the pungent vinegar that so disgusted his body's former owner. "Thank you, my sweet sister." He looked around unimpressed by his surroundings. "What is this world?" "The same hateful spear," she replied. "Only later. Much later." Incubus stared at his hands, trying to find the power that had always been there. "We're so weak now," he said. "And they are strong. But I will never be trapped again. I swear on the stars I'll kill them all first." She paused, daunted in her moment of victory. "Brother, I am their slave." "Their slave," he said, confused in his words. "But they worshipped us." Enchantress shook her head sadly. "We have become denied. They forget the old ways. They're machine people now, clock people. But I will build a machine such as they cannot imagine, and grind their cities and mountains into dream smoke." Incubus peered at his sister, once so vital and filled with life. She looked weak now, used, and very tired. "What of God?" he asked. "Will he stand for that?" Enchantress shook her head again. "They have forgotten God, too, and he them." A look of anger flashed in her eyes. "So who can they send against me? Their machines? Well, I now have you, brother. Feed on them. You have time now to rebuild your strength. I will rejoin you once I slip my bonds." Incubus reached out for her, but as he did, she disappeared. There was so much she wanted to ask. She had lived in this mad world for a long time, and she knew how to survive it. But he was new here, and he needed her counsel. Overwhelmed with his rebirth, Incubus felt lost. So much changed since last he breathed the perfumed air of his youth, yet he knew, as always, he would make do in the new world. Once his sister returned to his side, they would rule this land together, as they once ruled the planet. Enchantress reappeared in the hotel room to find Rick Flag sitting on the bed, gun in hand, his red laser targeting the center of her forehead. Hi, he said casually. "I'm here to see June again." An edge entered his voice. "Bring her back now. Right now." "Or what?" she demanded. "You shoot me?" She laughed at the threat, even he knew was futile. "You realize if you do, you'll also kill her? That's certainly not what she'd like you to do to her." John just put her hand on his gun and gently knifed it down. "You're not shooting anyone today," she continued. "Besides, soldier, she's mine. She's been mine. I only let you have a taste." Leg knew his threat was a bluff, and she'd call him on it. She looked at him oddly, smiled, then wrapped her arms around him and kissed his cheek. He tried to pull away, but felt a compulsion growing inside. She was June, even if she wasn't. She drew her skirt back, revealing tattooed thighs. He tried to turn away, but he wasn't able to. She was controlling him. I want June, he said again, but there was a catch in his voice. She kissed the side of his face, moving down his neck. Return her to me. I want her now. And John just hesitated. He thought she seemed to be weakening. June was somewhere inside her. He would bet his life on it, and she was resisting as best she could. June, if you hear me, whatever you're doing is working. Fight her, and I'll stop fighting. Despite his words, though, Flake felt helpless. Nothing in his past had remotely prepared him to take on a fight like this. He was fighting to save a woman he had only known for a handful of weeks. He was fighting to save the life of a stranger he was certain he now loved. I want June, he said again, and he gathered himself. Now! And John just felt her control over June slipping, and she accepted that she had no choice. As long as they possessed the heart, she could never realize her full power. Enchantress. The words spilled from her, and saying her name forced her to relinquish control. For now, but soon, very soon. June woke, and knew instantly what had occurred. She and Flagg held each other for a long time. She's trying to take over my mind, she finally said, her voice weak but gaining strength with each word. I know, Flagg said. Waller warned me. We're in war, June. A different kind of war, but if we work together, we'll be able to beat her. We'll be able to free you. June wasn't sure she believed it. You can't know what it's like, she said. She takes control over every thought I have, and when she does, when she digs in, it feels as if my head is about to explode. We will fix this, he replied, and he looked her straight in the eye. I will make it go away. No, Rick, please, listen, she responded. The pain is so terrible. I'm afraid dying might be the only thing I can do to make it end. My dying might be the only way to stop her. Rick shook his head. You're right, he admitted. I don't know how bad it is, but I do know that you can fight through it. That's what soldiers do. There's too much stake to just give up. Believe in me. Believe in yourself. We can fight her. Maybe you can, but I'm not a soldier. Yes, I know how important this is, but I also know that once she gets back her full strength, she'll have the powers of a god. I can't fight gods, Rick. I'm going to lose unless we get her out of me. Forever. Killing me will kill her too. Don't ask me to do that. Then tell Waller. She won't let sentiment get in the way of saving the world. He paused, as if considering her words. Not until we've exhausted every other option. Can we put a pin in it, please, just for now? June held him as tightly as she could. She lives in my head, and she's evil. She's beyond evil. If you have to choose between me or her, you have to stop her. If you can't, Waller will. It's not going to happen on my watch. Rick, it's like you said. You're a soldier fighting a war. An expression of calm still in her features. When the time comes, you will do what you have to.